What would you give to have a fresh start on your life? What makes relationships successful? Do you know what's holding you back? How do others experience you? What promises have you made to yourself? If you had the chance to change, would you? What is the encounter? I didn't know what I was getting into, which apparently is normal, and a friend had recommended it to me, but it was a newer friend, and I was like, ah. And then an older friend was like, you should maybe think about it. And I was like, wow, people started recommending that I do this. And you got to pay attention sometimes in life when things start to come together. I show up and I am with, to my delight, people that are not necessarily much like me, but we're all united in that we're not necessarily completely happy with everything in our life. I mean, who is, right? But we were there for 4 days, several hours each day, to figure out what were the things that could help us between each other to advance from where we are. So what is the encounter? It's a lot of talking, it's exercises together. I don't mean like physical exercises, but going through ideas together, usually in small groups, sometimes it's just with one other person. What kind of content are you talking about? Well, it's ideas about, are there forgiveness issues in your life? Are there first things issues? Are there priorities that used to be there, but maybe these priorities have slipped? Are there ways that life has become so busy that some of the basics of just taking care of yourself might have slipped away? And if you're like me, you spend a lot of time in your head constantly hearing scripts and voices about how you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to have certain things, how you're supposed to be doing all of this. When you share, it is interesting to hear what others' perspectives are. One of the things that I recall in particular was getting feedback from others, sharing about my own life and then hearing their feedback. Sometimes that feedback was as simple. I remember the very first night, it was just someone's experience of seeing and me being in front of them. I wasn't even talking at that point. They were just giving me feedback on, oh, I experience you as this. It's just powerful, it's different. It's not a group dynamic that I'd experienced before. By the last day, there's a energy and a belief among the group that was absolutely incredible for me, because you have 30 folks that are absolutely committed to you, to helping you know better and to reminding you of the amazing things that you have inside of yourself. You've processed an awful lot with these folks, and you end up, even beyond the encounter, you keep these relationships in touch. I know I have. What are you waiting for? The encounter's coming up. I'm sure you would benefit. So you should sign up today. Here are the dates. Do the encounter for yourself. Reignite your passion for life.